So can you guys talk to me a little bit about how violence affected your mental health and your emotional health?
I feel like violence is normal. What I was taught, you're either the bully or you're the bitch, and I learned from a young age I did not want to be that. I'd rather be the bully. So like having guns as a kid is just it's normal. Learning to defend yourself, learning to defend your friends. Growing up around it too, just seeing everybody die, just all the funerals, just it being the same consistently, always the same thing. So I just, from the outside looking in, I know it's not normal, but for me growing up and living it, it just was, it's normal. If somebody had a problem with you, you fought them. If somebody had weapons, you go get weapons. So, you know, being shot at, then getting shot, and all the getting jumped, and just everything, it just changes your perspective of everything. Like, I'd rather me shoot him before he shoots me. So that's why, like I said, I just always felt like I was just always on militant mode. I was just like, it was being in the military. You want to get the enemy before the enemy gets you. And it just, like, growing up, I was just always aware of my surroundings. Just like, I don't know. It's like, if you don't really know, like, you don't know. Like, it's like really hard to explain, but yeah, violence was definitely normal. It was second nature, and it just, that's how I was raised and what I seen from my experiences.
Well, I definitely feel violence. It turned me to an animal. It's like bro said, like, you know, out there is either you eat or you be eaten. You know, and it was definitely instilled in me at a young age is people only understand violence. That's the only way to get your point across. You know, so growing up, that's the only thing that I understood. That's the only thing that I wanted to understand. You know, if you cross me, you know, if you disrespect, I felt like you disrespected me or you did something wrong, it was up. You know, I grew up in the system, so, you know, it was more like necessarily like me hands-on and stuff like that, mutual combats and stuff like that. Sometimes it wasn't so mutual, you know, but it was given from both, you know, from both sides. You know, there's been plenty of times I've been beaten to the ground, you know, jumped and packed out and stuff like that, and I'd have been on the other side too, you know, but it's so sad, bro. It's so sad because for a very long time, up until recent years, I thought that was the way. I thought that was the key. You know, even in biblical days, you know, it was Vikings and it was barbaric, so to say. You know, and the eye for eye thing, you know. But in recent years, I just come like, now I'm like more of a grown man, and I see now that I have kids, and you know, even though I be want to go upside their head sometimes, you know, it's like I can't do that with my kids. So it's like, instead of me putting my hands on them, it's like, no, you need to work on your parenting skills. You need to work on your life skills. You need to learn how to use your words. Like literally, like chastising myself. Like I'm a little boy, and the teacher like, no, use your words. You know, I have to go. You know, yeah, I have to work on myself. You know, instead of deflecting, I have to reflect. Like, no, you need to get better at this. So I see what words and I see what violence can lead to, and that's why I appreciate and I respect so many dudes in the joint, because they learn to use their words, because they know, like, at the snap of the finger, this can go bad always. People are going to lose their lives. Mm-hmm. People are going to lose if you don't communicate this right. If you don't have enough people skills, or you hot-headed or have a temper, people are going to lose their life or they'll get hurt these people, you know what I'm saying? So I respect them, and that's why I feel like I began to work on my communication while I was in prison. But now that I'm out, I see it's more prominent now that you could just have a disagreement with somebody. They just pull a gun and try to just unalive you. So it's like, dang, like even if it's not even gang, it has anything to do with gang, it's like, so we having a community. There's never should be an instant. And that's why I don't like violence like that, because now it's like sometimes it's necessary, but legally necessary. But when a conversation turns fatal, like it turns fatal, like to me, there's no reason why a conversation, two men or two young ladies or a man and a woman can't have a conversation without turning deadly. To me, that's so crazy now that I think about it. Hey, but you see it all the time, and a lot of time it has nothing to do with gangs. It has, they killing each other with gas pumps.
Yeah.
Who cut people? You cut me off in the road and things like that. They just having a bad day. You don't know what type of day I'm having, and that's what I had to learn when I got out here in real society. Like all that, you think you've been a bully and you're from this and you have all these tattoos, it'd be the smallest person that shoot you dead right there. So I try to implement that in my day. Like, you don't know what the next person going through. You don't know what type of day they're having. So try to use your words, and before it get there, try to communication. That's why I feel like violence definitely impacted me growing up, but now I'm trying to use that for a more positive way. I'm trying to use my words and try to work on my communication skills, because as we all seen, man, the wrong communication it can be lethal. It's just the tongue. You don't have to communicate. You can say just to say the wrong thing. So I definitely think violence is necessary legally sometimes, but for the most part, yeah, like bro say, I'm just on defense now. I'm just like whatever. I don't even care what people think. If you're not putting your hands on me or anything like that, if I don't feel my life into, I don't even really care no more. But yeah, I definitely think we need to get out of that. Thinking violence is the key and the only way is violence. Because half of the time, if you guys just communicate, you be like, oh, you know what, I was wrong, or man, you know what, you was right. I didn't even know that. I thought you said this. Half the time, it be misunderstandings. It be misunderstandings. Like, oh, I thought you said this, or somebody told me you said that. How many times we hear that? You're like, bro, I never said that, or I never even. Oh, somebody told. Like, why you just, So I think that stop a lot of the violence too. Just communicating and working on our communication skills.
Definitely. When was the first time you guys realized that your lifestyle was causing you something important?
You said when it was causing me what?
Something important. When did you realize, like, this lifestyle is taking something from me, or?
Till I had to sit down and do the time. That's when I was able to self-reflect. I was moving so fast from 20 to 30. Didn't get into no trouble, or so I thought. And then once I got indicted by the feds, I got shot that next month right after. I'm on crutches, going to court, seeing my name versus United States of America. So I would just everything just hit me like a train. It's just like, dang. Like, I'm not unstoppable. It is consequences to my actions. And just when I went to the feds, that's just, you have nothing but time to think. And working out, walking the track, listening to music, all you do is just think. And that's when I just self-evaluated, and I just realized that I have to just do it right. And when I get out, I can't go back to the same stuff that I was doing, because it's just going to give me the same results. And I tell everybody the definition of insanity is doing the same thing, expecting different results. So it's like, if I go out, go see my plug, get some pounds, or go tap in with my scammer homies to see what the new plays are, it's like, yeah, momentarily I might get back up, but it's just like, how do I know I'm going to get away with it this time? So I'm just like, I got to just switch everything up. I got to come at it with a new approach. I got to do everything legit, and I got to use my brain for good this time. And I know if I come up with a master plan and do everything legit, that I could get, if not the same amount, I could get more than what I was making doing it illegally. And I just want to be, it goes back to the same thing. I want to just be there for my kids. I don't want to go back and sit down and just waste my life and not amount to nothing. I want to be able to have my kids say they're proud of me, and I want to be able to give them a better chance to make something out themselves and give them the best opportunity to have a good life while I'm here.
I would say the first time I realized my lifestyle was making me lose things, and I believe, like, I missed the birth of my first child, my daughter. I like, oh yeah, I'm on violations. I'm missing births of my kids, and then, you know, when the birthdays come up and stuff like that, and people dying, your family members dying, and you in jail, you can't do nothing, and stuff like that. You know, stuff just happening on the outside world, and you're not there. I feel like that's the time, like, oh yeah, this, you know, this lifestyle definitely not for the weak. You know, yeah, I feel like that's the first time. But I want to say this though. I won't be long-winded. I want to say this because before I had, well, even when I had my first daughter, but for sure before I had my daughter, it's like I feel like a lot of times with black people, and I'm gonna say black people, I'm gonna speak in the iPhone. I can't say about any other culture. I feel like, and I watch it all the time. I know because I was one of them. I feel like our worst enemy is youth. I promise you, I see it all the time. Like I did time my whole life. I feel like a lot of the time our worst enemy is youth. And when I say that is because the mentality that we have is like, oh, I'm 18. I'm a fresh 18. I just took 2 years. I'll be out when I'm 20. That's how we thinking. I know, because I used to think like that. I'm 21. So I take the little 3. I'll be back when I'm 20. I'm still in my... You know what I'm saying? And we keep doing this like I'm young. I'll get back. Let me take this 10. I'll be back. You know what I'm saying? When I'm 25 or I'm 20, whatever the case is. Like, you know, or I'm going up there with 85%. You know what I'm saying? They're going to knock it down to 65. How many times you done heard that? Oh, I'm going to go to fire camp. They're going to get 50 and then they're going to give me 35. They're going to do this. It's the youth. Instead of using it to our advantage, like, man, like I got a whole lot of, if I'm still young, that mean I got a whole lot of living to do. And still, we judging our shortcomings and our mistakes off our youth. Like, man, we waving it off. Like, and then you wake up, it's like, well, where the fuck it went? Like, I'm 40. I'm like, dang, I'm just now starting to enjoy my life at 40. So I would advise, you know what I'm saying, the people and the kids that's watching this out there, man, take full advantage of the youth. Not only that, appreciate it. Appreciate it. Not only appreciate your youth, appreciate the second opportunities that you're breathing, because you know how many people that didn't get a second chance, they not here no more. They're not, either they on the yard somewhere that they never going to come home, or they somewhere in the ground with no second chance. And you out, you free, and you're alive, and you're breathing, you got all the space and opportunity in the world. So please take advantage of it.
Yeah, because your youth comes and goes really quick.
Facts.
You blink and you're a lot older than you were.
I still remember. I still remember when I was 13. Like,
yeah, right.
40.
Yeah, it goes fast.
Definitely do.
Okay. So, what pain were people not seeing in you guys when you were out in the streets and portraying this image?
Today or younger?
The pain you had then, like when you were in the streets and you had to portray this certain persona, right? Because you couldn't be vulnerable, you couldn't be weak, you couldn't cry, you couldn't do all those things. So what pain did you guys have inside of you that other people knew nothing about or couldn't see in you?
I don't think I really think, looking back at it, I don't think I didn't have no pain that I could see during that time, because you're not thinking about the next day or that. You're just thinking about today, surviving today. So it just that I think I was just so just, what is the word? Just so busy and just jammed up thinking about all the stuff I need to do. I never really thought about what I was going through. One time I really broke down is when one of my childhood friends, Dowie, died. That's when I think that was like the only time I really cried and really broke down. But pain, like, I don't know, like you're taught not to show no emotions. You're taught not to show no fear. You're taught not to express your emotions. So I feel like I'm so good at hiding my feelings and being numb to everything that I don't think I know what pain is.
Okay. To this day, you don't think you do?
I just think I'm so messed up that I'm so numb to stuff that I don't know. Like I can't cry no more. I can't get sad. Like I don't know. Like I'm so used to people being fake and letting me down that it's normal. Like I'm so used to depending on me that that's like all I know. I'm used to everybody being janky, fake, and I'm so used on depending on me. It's just, I just think I'm just at a point where it's just like, yeah, that's all I know, and I don't think I could even like describe pain or hurt or nothing. Like, yeah, I don't know.
Okay.
If I look back, I think the pain that I was carrying around, that a lot of people didn't know that I was carrying around, I'll say like my childhood, man. Like it took me a long time to get over. Like I said, I was explaining earlier, like being taken from my mom and my dad, growing up in a foster care, growing in out of group homes, and just as a kid, bro, like just feeling like you ain't got no mom and no dad, and everybody else does. You know, as a kid, wanting to just fight people just because you got a mom or you got a dad or you acting like you're better than I am. You know, just not having what I felt I wanted growing up, and to have to be placed under that type of scrutiny, to get clowned and crumbed on in school and things like that. You know, it was a lot of hidden animosity, even towards my family members. Like I said, like the times were different, you know, back then, but thinking about it now, like it was so wrong for like adults to be talking about your mom, your dad, like right in front of you, because it made me dislike them, but it also made me hate my mom and my dad at the time as well. And like used to be like so embarrassed, like so ashamed of something that I didn't even do, you know, or they caused me that heartache and they pain. So I feel like I carried that around a long time, and didn't nobody until I was grown like really knew that. They didn't know that at all. And I speak about it openly now because, like I said, I'm at peace with it and things like that. But I feel like I carried that around a long, long time. So I feel like that's the pain that I carry around that nobody knew I was carrying around.
Is your answer still the same? You don't know?
I think it's just so normal. Like I wouldn't get jealous of when I seen my friends having relationships with their dad. It was just normal for me not to have one, and it was normal for my mom not to be around, and it was normal for me not to ask nobody for advice. So like that's why I say, like, the pain is normal. Like, what is the pain when that's all you know and been through? It's like you get numb to it at some point. What are you gonna keep crying for if it's always gonna be there? So I just feel like I'm so used to pain and hurt that my brain and my body just numbs it and just blocks it out to where it doesn't even matter anymore.
It does matter. You just have pushed it down so far that you don't feel it right now.
What I came to the realization was that I told my girl when I was in there that prison, for me, it's not scary, it's a mental challenge. And that I told her I knew I was going to need some kind of counseling, therapy, something when I get out to be able to explain all the stuff I've been through and went through to get it all out of me. Because I knew all the stuff I've been through, it wasn't normal. And I knew I needed, one day I was going to have to talk to somebody, get some kind of professional help, just for me to get a better understanding of myself, and how do I explain it? I just knew what I was going through wasn't right, and I knew I had to talk to somebody about it. I guess you could say it like that.
Did you? Have you?
No, I haven't yet. I still know I need to. I tell my girl all the time I have problems communicating. I always shut down. I always get too quiet. We've been going through marriage counseling because I know we needed something, even though we don't really like fight or nothing like that. But I just knew like it would be better for both of us to do that, so I can be better learning to be more open with her and more explain better and just having better communication with her, since I'm so used to being closed off and so used to just shutting people out of my life, and if it doesn't work, then that's what it is, just me not caring and just moving on. And yeah, just trying to just being a better person in general.
Okay. Well, I hope you do start to get the help that you need, because I do know just from talking to you in this short time that there is pain in there, a lot of it, that you've just kind of pushed down for so long and so far that you are numb, right? But that doesn't mean it's not there, because it is. So and it will help you to be a better person overall, right? When you're able to get these things out of you, because all those negative feelings and emotions, like poison in your body, right? So it's important to get that out of you, and it helps you to be just a better human overall, right? Better father, better husband, better friend. So I do hope you make that choice soon.